Okay, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends of Alders of Metal, good evening and welcome to our show. Tonight we have Helena Kotina of thrash metalers Nervosa with us, who is responsible for the 6-string attacks on the guitars. Nervosa are well known all over the world. Helena, good evening and welcome to Alders of Metal. How are you doing?
Good evening. I'm perfectly here. I'm just got back from the tour and I'm doing good.
Great. It was just you were faster than I am. I was just gonna say you just returned from a tour, so you're reading my questions. And if I'm not wrong, you visited Chile, you visited Brazil and Argentina. Is that correct?
Right. Yeah.
All right.
That's correct.
Can you tell us a couple of words about the whole tour and how the experience was? But before that, let me do the official opening of the show, which is usually like this. And
okay.
Since we both are Greeks, I'm going to say Yamas and welcome to the show.
Yamas.
Go ahead. We're listening.
Okay, so first of all, Brazil, it was like my third time in there. So I was feeling kind of going in my second home somewhere.
Already.
And it's always great. And in general, in Argentina and Chile, I've been there in 2022. And it was great to come back, see again fans that I met like 2 or 3 years ago and play again for them. But now on the guitarist position, because back then I toured in there as a bass player. It was my first tour. And it's always great to play there. People are super friendly. They're killing it as a crowd. And you're always feeling like very friendly in there.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I've always heard like the best words about the Latin American metalheads, that they must be crazy, right?
Yeah, we are crazy too, the Greeks.
Yeah, it's usually said about us Greeks, the Latin Americans, and the Japanese, I think.
Yeah, exactly. I always consider Greece in the most like a warm, welcoming audience. But that's why I felt like kind of familiar, because there they are also very warm, welcoming you, and they are even a bit more crazier.
Yeah. For the band, for you girls as a band, how was the whole acceptance? How was the the feeling? The whole atmosphere of the tour. In general, not just the fans, but just going on, playing the songs and the whole experience.
No, it was crazy, and it was kind of a challenge, because we announced that this year it's going to be the 15th years anniversary of the band. So we're gonna do a world tour to celebrate the 15 years. And because the first show was in Sao Paulo, where the home of the band is and where the band comes from, we decided to do a very special show with a very special set list. So it was first time playing like 1.5 hours, which was our longest set till now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was kind of a challenge, because we had like 3 months of a gap for holidays to take a rest from the previous tours. So hitting the stage to play in a packed venue for 1.5 hours was kind of a challenge. We played songs from all the albums of Nervosa. So it was really, really great, and the response from the people was awesome. They really enjoyed listening to tunes from the very first album till the last one. We had a lot of participations with musicians from Brazilian bands.
Okay.
So it was kind of a big celebration, like a big party, it felt somehow. And it was a great way to kick off the tour.
When you say that you had a lot of participations, you mean joining you on stage and performing along with a band, or? Yeah? No,
exactly. Performing along with the band. We had, because with the first day we were playing together with Torture Squad, Damnation, Elm Street, and a couple more bands. So we had some of the girls that were main vocalists in the bands that were supporting to be on stage with us.
Killer, very nice. I don't know how you do it, but you keep reading my questions before I actually read them. Because I was going to say that you're celebrating 15 years on Nervosa this year and everything, but you said it already, so there you go. And you just came back from LATAM, and you will be traveling all around the world. I see a lot of dates in France. I see Europe with Cradle of Filth. I see Asia Pacific. Can you tell us a bit more, be a little bit more specific?
Yeah. I mean, next tour is going to be in the Hellfest warm-up tour, together with novelists and 2 shows with Skindred. And it's a kind of special tour. I never been in something like that again. It's everything organized by Hellfest, which we're going to play also in June. And it seems to be something like really cool. It's about how many dates? But it's only in France. It's a lot of cities, actually, but it's only in France, the whole tour. Yeah. And no, it looks like it's going to be a killer one. And right after, we are just coming back to technically change our luggage and leave again to Asia. And we are starting with a festival in Dubai. Mm-hmm. And right after, we have also Philippines, we have Australia inside, which is the first time ever of the band.
Very nice.
Not of the band ever been there. So we're very curious how everything is. And we are finishing this tour with Japan.
And in Japan, which is my favorite country, I'm in love with that country. Been there a few times.
Oh, great. I've never been there. It will be my first time.
I love it. You're going to absolutely love it. It's going to be like a cultural shock for you, I bet you. So, is it Tokyo or have you booked? I think I only saw Tokyo, right?
Yeah, right. Right. Yeah.
Well, all the best. Best of success.
Thank you.
I know that you will enjoy it. Very nice. Okay, so Helena, for you, this is the 3rd year in the band, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
How has this experience been so far for you? I mean, if you think about it, 3 years is not a long time. It's like could be all just. It's like a zip file, you know. It's like everything together in a small file that has. If you open it, it's got a huge lot of stuff that happened in a very short period of time, right?
Exactly. It's like 3 years, but if you count the things, it feels like 10 years actually. And sometimes it's like an inside joke. Sometimes we're making a lot of fun because, when you're on tour, it feels like everything is running with like 500 kilometers. And every day you're living like 3 days instead of, in 24 hours.
Yeah.
Everything is like super
everything
fast.
Is like, come on, let's go, let's do this, pack it up, and you don't have even time to get a beer with the fans or to get a nap and or to eat perhaps sometimes, right?
Yeah, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Yeah, depends. Exactly. For example, always tours in Latin America are kind of a bit more demanding because you have to do everything with flights. And you have to fly and take the airplane every day, go to the airport, do the whole processing. So it takes a lot of hours from the day. And sometimes maybe you have to play to finish your set and then like pack your stuff and go to the airport straight. But depends the occasion. Sometimes when you are with the tour bus, maybe things are like a bit more relaxed. You have your bed, you have your space. So you can create a routine around that. So it's kind of more of controllable, let's say. But 3 years now it feels like yesterday. On the one hand, it feels like yesterday, and on the other hand, it feels like 10 years. It's weird.
But it must have been really a life-changing experience for you, joining Nervosa, right? I mean, you got to travel around the world and you got to play along some megatherians of the scene and you got to go into some huge festivals. You got to play in front of a lot of people. So that was, I think, like getting publicity very quickly. You, as Helena, I'm talking about you specifically as a person, right? So how did you get to handle that? Was it tough at some times? Was it exciting? Was it stressful? Was it a little bit of everything? What do you think?
Exactly. It was a little bit of everything because, I mean, all these kind of things like touring around the world, playing big festivals, releasing albums. It's something like something that I always wanted, and I always dreamed, and I always imagined happening. Since I was a child. So when the time is coming, yeah. So when the time is coming, on the one hand, you're feeling like everything is going like super fast, like because you have to write the album, release the album, make the video clips, go on tour, come back from the tour, go to the next tour, but think about the next album. Everything is happening super fast. But the excitement is for sure there. And it's what it keeps you on going, no matter how tired you might be or whatever. And I mean, you just have to be thankful and grateful, like every day.
Yeah.
Even if you are in the end of the world, even if something is going wrong or whatever, you just have to be grateful, like you're healthy and you're there and you're traveling and you're doing everything because of music.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I'm sleepless, like maybe I'm traveling 40 hours, I don't care, but I did it like for music. It was for
as you're still
food reading.
young.
It was something that I was dreaming of.
Yes, as you're still young, I'm saying, because I've interviewed other people and they say it's not that they complain, not at all. They love what they do, but at the same time they say that, at some point it becomes really tiring,
Yeah, I guess so. Like I'm doing this for 2-3 years now. So for people that are doing it for over like 10-15 years, I guess there is a point that you say like, okay, it can be like tiring, or I'm tired, or I don't know if I can still continue to do this, but step by step.
I'm gonna be reading some of the comments over here. I've got my friend Vitamin Death, who's Greek, and he's in every show, every interview. Thanks, man. Thanks for the support. He says, thankful and grateful, the two traits of a good person. Well done, Helena. And he says, you've been around a lot. Things in Greece are medieval in that front. Are things better in other countries?
In some cases, yes. In some cases, no. But, I always consider like, okay, some things and some situation, maybe in Greece, they are not perfect. And of course, they can get better and better, but
improvement.
yeah. I mean, always there is space, but we're doing pretty good, I would say. Especially the last years, the scene is going like crazy.
Yeah.
Everything is like active. More and more festivals, even big, even medium or small festivals. More and more bands are coming out, or young bands, a lot of releases. And I think like by this period, the Greek bands are kind of on fire. Even now, if you consider how many bands are out there playing and touring, it's going pretty good.
Yeah, that's true.
But of course, as I said, like we're not perfect, but we are doing good. We're doing okay. Yeah, of course. As I said, it can get better always, but considering to other countries, we're kind of in an okay way.
Good. I'm gonna go back to my previous question. At some point I asked you, and I would like to, if you allow me to expand a little bit more on this, you being young and everything, and having this lot of publicity all of a sudden, you know, how did you deal with it? Was it stressful? And I'm talking specifically about the publicity part.
No, it was not stressful. It was something that I enjoyed, but I was thinking like, I have it now. I have everything now, but maybe something happens and the day next I have nothing. You know, it's like
as with everything in life.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what it kept me like, with the feet down on earth, because I was enjoying like everything and the publicity and everything. But I had in the back end of my mind that you never know when this is gonna finish. I mean, not only about the band or me, or maybe something bad happens and the day next it has to be done, or something bad happens and it's not the same anymore. So that's what it was keeping me there. I said, like, I enjoy everything in 100%, the traveling, the publicity, everything, the bad stuff, the good stuff, everything. But because I never know when this is gonna finish and the reason, and
And with great power comes great responsibility. So becoming a public figure means also now you have to be more careful about how you express yourself in public, be responsible. And because it's not only your image, it's also the image of the band. And so you're getting into a line where you have to be, there's certain things that you have to take care of as well, right?
Yeah, I mean, from one point and after you realize that it's not a hobby, anymore. You're not, you're gonna, I mean, you have the things that have to be done, they have to be done. Like, no question about that. So you better be ready for everything. I mean, that you're gonna have like 120 shows per year. So you better prepare yourself, like everything. You're, physically, mentally, everything. You have to, for sure, you have to deliver the stuff that are gonna be there.
Yeah, there's a job, but it has to be done.
Yeah. From one point and after, of course, it's like the hobby that went on to being the job. But of course, you're having fun. But again, it's a job.
It's a job, yeah, with the responsibilities and everything, right? I'm going to be reading as well some comments at the same time. Yorgos Theodoris, hello Yorgos. He says, what is your opinion about Mille Petroza of Creator as a composer and as a guitarist?
Oh, amazing. I love him. I love Creator. It's one of my favorite bands into thrash metal. And I met Mille Petroza a couple of times, and he's amazing. I mean, as a composer, I have nothing to say about it. It's like the band is around for how long? Like 30 years now or more. And he's composing amazing albums and super hit songs. And of course, the performance. And nowadays, Creator are doing killer shows with everything, like on stage, and the production, everything is crazy. So I truly respect him.
Vitamin Death is asking, he says, how many years have you been playing guitar and studies on the instrument? Also, what kind of gear are you using? Now, again, somebody's reading my questions. And do you have a favorite guitar with sentimental value?
Okay. Wait, let's start from question number one, which was...
how many years have you been playing guitar and studies on the instrument?
Yeah.
And what gear you're using and your favorite guitar with sentimental value?
Okay, so I've been playing guitar for 15 or 16 years now. I started when I was like 14 almost. And about studies, I was going in my hometown for like 2 or 3 years. I was going in like music school to learn the basics, about techniques, about everything. And after that, I was doing a couple of lessons also. And then it was like everything from one point, and after it's like self-taught. You're sitting down and doing like everything by yourself. And about gear, about guitars, I'm using Sector guitars, and more specifically the E1 FRS model, which is an Explorer model. And about amplifiers, I'm using the Blackstar amplifiers. Right, with me on tour, specifically, I have the Amped 3. It's just a small amplifier that they made like lately, in the last years. And also on tours, to make everything like easier and faster, especially like tours that are in the other side of the world and you have to fly every day, I'm using the Ampero Hot Tone 2, which is like a pedal board. I have all my effects there. So I have the Blackstar, the Amped, I have the Ampero, everything together in a pedal board case, and that's it.
Awesome.
And it's about, I have a special connection with a guitar that I bought like 5-6 years ago, almost. Because I always, since I was a child, I wanted to have an Explorer guitar. But I couldn't afford it. It was like too expensive. I didn't necessarily need a guitar like that. But at some point, when I wanted to upgrade my gear, I was in Athens to film some recordings. And I saw that there was a guy somewhere in the center of Athens selling a Gibson Explorer. And it was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna check the guitar. I don't know if I buy the guitar, but okay, I need for sure to check it like closely. And I've been there. The guy's like opening the case, and I say, okay, let's do the transfer now. Order me a taxi, and I'm taking the guitar like back home. But it was very special because with that guitar, I recorded a lot of stuff. And also it was like the dream guitar that I could buy it myself, and take full responsibility, because then my bank account was like zero. But yeah, I did a lot of stuff with that guitar, and I really love her. And I still enjoy play when I'm home.
Awesome. Okay, and we've got 01 Red Cloud. He asks in the comments, what's your favorite death metal band?
Favorite death metal. Okay, maybe I would go with Arch Enemy. Yeah, I would go with that.
Which era?
Wow, great. Look, I love Angela.
I remember when Wages of Sin was released, it was like mind-blowing.
No, it was basically Wages of Sin was the first album that I listened from Arch Enemy. And I chose Arch Enemy because it was also the first band that took me into more like extreme stuff. Right. And I loved the fact that they are combining like this kind of heavy, brutal sound, but they also have the melodies, so it's like very, very, very catchy to get into death metal. And so what era? I really cannot say. But I really love the first two albums. I really love the era with Angela. I love the era with Alisa later on, and Jeff Loomis on guitars also. I don't know.
You always give me the opportunity to jump from one subject to the other. You just mentioned Jeff Loomis. What do you think about his Nevermore comeback efforts now?
It was a kind of really, really, really positive surprise. I didn't expect that, and I never think that maybe Nevermore can come back, because World then died, and it was like one basic member, of course, and I just saw the post like they did, and I said, no, come on, it has to be something like a joke or it's this kind of things that you say, nah, I don't think so. But then it was like legit, and it was true, and it's like amazing. I'm really happy about that.
What do you think of Jeff Loomis as a guitarist? You being a guitarist, what do you think about Jeff Loomis?
That's why I'm happy, because Jeff Loomis is one of my also favorite guitarists.
He's one of your influences.
Yeah. He was not in the first guitars that I listened to, but it was later on he became like a very big influence.
Okay, I think he paved the way for a whole new genre, with his playing. Yeah, very, very special.
Yeah.
Here's a question that I knew it would come from somebody. 01 Red Cloud, he says, do you like Crypta? I'm gonna make it like more generic. What do you think? With the whole story and everything. But I think you've been asked this question like a million times. But there you go.
Yeah, a couple of times. But it's okay. Okay, whatever happened. But this whole thing, it's getting bigger, because most of the time because of the social media and some stuff like people say and argue between them. But it's not like such a big thing. Oh, come on, it's okay. And we played together with Crypta actually like 2 years ago.
Relations are great. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good. They are doing their thing. We are doing our thing. They are doing their thing, and they are doing it great. They're doing great with the album releases. They're killer. They're doing killer shows and tours. So it's like everything is fine.
Yeah.
Everything took its way, and we are all doing great. It's like mostly stuff, that social media like to hint here and there.
I'll go back to the original question. And 01 Red Cloud, he says, do you like Crypta? So I'm going to keep it to that. What do you think of their stuff?
Okay, yeah. I really, it's not totally my style. I'm not so much into this kind of music. It's not like my top preference. All music, not only. But I really respect what they are doing.
True. Okay, thank you. Coming back to Nervosa, how is the collaboration between the members? 2023 was like a regeneration for Nervosa. Hellpire joined as a new bassist in March of 2023. Prika was the new singer and guitar player. You joined the band at what seems to have been a pivotal time. And how was it joining this whole regeneration process, and what were the challenges?
It was really challenging getting out from one lineup, and also we were about to release the new album with a new lineup. So there are always challenges and things that you have to work on. So the first months were kind of like hard,
Obviously.
because of course people are getting used to one lineup and to all the faces and the members, and so another lineup and the album together. So it needs its time. It takes a bit of time to prove that we are here, the lineup is this, we have this new album, check it out, if you like it, don't, whatever. But for sure, in the beginning, it needed a couple of months for things to get in their way.
It was like a machine that you had to change a lot of parts of it, and you had to get the new machine to start working and find the optimal way to use the setup and get it going, right?
Mm-hmm. Of course, it's logical.
How did you get to join Nervosa? Can you tell us the story?
Yeah, it all goes back to 2021, like even 1 year ago, before. And it was right when Nervosa were releasing the Perpetual Chaos album. And Prika was thinking like, maybe it's the correct time to put a second guitar in the band. And so she started searching for a female guitarist, and I have already uploaded some of videos, cover videos, some of my stuff on YouTube. So she found some stuff and she contacted me in Instagram.
So she contacted you. It's not that you applied.
No. I didn't even know that they were looking for a second guitar.
Amazing. Okay.
Yeah, and we started reacting, and she contacted me like, hey, hello, I would like to talk with you. And we started talking. It was kind of a fun story because we started talking, and in the very, very back of my head, I was thinking like, maybe they want a second guitar, but I'm not really sure because they have a guitar, they have the new lineup, everything is like fixed. But okay. So we did a video call, and in the beginning we were talking about, because I was releasing my personal EP back then, and we were talking, and she said like, if you want any support and if you need any help, with the promotion and everything, like let me know. And I was like, yeah, great, thank you, And I was losing the hope about being a guitarist in Nervosa. And in the end of the video call, she's like, okay, to be honest with you, I contacted you to ask you if you want to join the band because I'm looking for a second guitar player. I say, yes.
That feeling.
Finally. Yeah. So a couple of hours later, I said like, yes. And, but of course, because the lineup was kind of new and they had released the Perpetual Chaos album with that lineup, we said like the perfect timing to announce me as an official member will be when closer to the release of the next album, the Gel that we released. So
which was the Ambition single?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
In 2023,
so
I don't remember the month, if it was early or I think it was early 23, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it was kind of early. It was April, if I'm correct. Yeah, I think it was the beginning of April. So for 1 year, we were just exchanging ideas and gathering a lot of material for the album. She been in Greece to do some composing and pre-production here, and so we were working in the behind the scenes.
Okay, killer, very nice. Mihaela also parted ways with the band in 2024, and Gabriela joined in her position. However, despite the change, it seems like the band handled it without trouble, and you managed to keep the transition smooth, right?
Yeah.
But it must have been challenging, getting this change, and having to find the time to, work with a new drummer, and, how was that?
It was kind of something that we knew because we were recording no, we were preparing to get to record a Jailbreak album. And that was the timing that Michaela joined the band. But we, did a discussion, and she said, like, I'm joining, I like everything, but it was her first, like, professional band and make international tours and everything. So she said, like, let's keep it for a year, and then we see. So Gabriela was like kind of, we were preparing.
Okay, so that's how you kept it smooth as well, because it was a nice way to collaborate.
It was something that we knew. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. And Helena, when did you first start listening to metal? At what age?
I think I was about 10 or 11. Yeah, when I first started listening to, like, not metal, but of course rock and classic hard rock stuff. And later on, I was digging deeper and got into metal.
What was the first metal band that you listened to?
The first metal band. Because the first band that I ever listened was the Scorpions, but the first metal band, later on, I think with Judas Priest. Yeah.
Judas Priest. And the first rock band, you said Scorpions. Have you? Did you get to meet Mickey D?
Yeah, I met him actually first time in 2018 when they were playing in Athens. But fortunately, we met a couple of times because of the summer festivals. He was especially in Wacken, I think. We met in another festival. I don't remember the name.
Did you tell him that Scorpions was the first rock band you ever listened to?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Did he speak Greek to you?
No. He did not.
It's a funny story. I keep repeating myself sometimes in some shows, but it's always nice to share. I share it because I love it. When Motorhead were playing in Greece, in Likavitos, in 2002, I think, I met them in Revenge of Rock. It was in Alexandras in Athens. And I saw Mickey and I said, Mickey, hello, how are you doing, Mickey? And he goes like, Έλα ρε μεγάλε, τι κάνεις, είσαι καλά? I was like, what the hell, you speak Greek? And that's when I learned that he is of Greek origin, Michalis Lelaoglou, from...
crazy.
With origin from Kavala, and I was like, holy shit, he speaks Greek. Really nice guy.
Yeah.
Okay. You have also played along some big names, along with Nervosa. Must be a great feeling to join this world and play alongside some of the monsters of metal and to get to meet them, right?
Yes. It's, it's something that sometimes doesn't feel real, and it's super, like, a great honor to go to play in the same stage with a lot of, like, big names and a lot of, like, childhood heroes. And it's amazing also to get to, chat a bit or meet each other in the backstage. It's something that at that moment doesn't feel like real.
Yeah. And I see, when I follow you on social media and everything, I see some of the big names like pressing the like button on your posts. I mean, I've seen Gary Holt many times, for instance, and so it must be killer. Must be very nice.
Yeah, especially Gary Holt. He's super awesome guy, and we met him again now that we were in the US. He came to a show in Sacramento, and he also did a participation in the Jailbreak album with a solo inside a song. So it's always super great when we meet him.
Killer. Okay, we have fans writing. Menelaos says hello from Thessalia. Dimitris, just tell her that she's very beautiful. Well, there you go. You got your compliment for today. And Moving on. Yeah, can you name a killer moment with Nervosa and perhaps a bad one as well?
Killer moment.
Take your time.
Maybe we had a couple.
I just lost sound. For some reason, I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, something happened. Yeah, I kept losing volume through the interview. I don't know. Can you try again?
Is it better now?
Yeah, something's happening, and it shows that I have sound, but I cannot hear you at all. I think. I hope everybody can excuse us if I finish the call and call you back and try again. I'll do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I have to keep the window open. Everybody, just hang with us. I'll put the break. Let's have a break for 3 minutes. Don't leave, everybody. Stay with us. We're gonna have a small break so that you can take a new beer or something. We're gonna work on the sound problem, and we'll be back with you all in 3 minutes. Thank you very much. Okay, everybody, we are facing some problems that I've never faced before, and I really cannot hear Helena, which means I have to do some sort of a reboot. I have to do some sort of a restart over here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna end this live, and I'm gonna create a new separate URL so that we can continue the interview from a new URL. I'm sorry for this. Hope you all understand. Hope you all sympathize. Stay tuned on Altars of Metal on YouTube, on our channel. If you are subscribed, you will see it coming up. Keep refreshing in our live shows. We will be back in 5 minutes. Looks like I have to restart a couple of things over here. Maybe restart the computer or something. I don't know why this happened. I'm so sorry, everybody. So I'm ending this live, and I'll create a second live in like 5, maximum 10 minutes. Hope you understand, and sorry, and we will be back in 5-10 minutes with a new URL. This is gonna end this streaming. Keep looking in the channel, and see you all in a few minutes. Thank you and sorry.